Viktor Orban has declared victory, and is expected to maintain his supermajority in parliamentFidesz, and its smaller ally, the Christian Democrat Party, had already won 133 of the 199 seats in the parliament when 84.7% of votes had been counted, the minimum number required for a two-thirds majority. Claiming victory while the National Electoral Office was still counting the votes, Mr. Obran declared, "We have won." Addressing the crowd outside Fidesz headquarters, Mr. Orban congratulated the voters for heading to the polling stations. He said, "Thank you for having placed your faith in us. Thank you for having stuck with us. Thank you for having placed your faith in us. Thank you for having stuck with us." Viktor Orban He then thanked all the people who prayed for us and prayed for me personally, along with his wife and the party volunteers. He added, "This has been a decisive win. In the future we are going to be able to defend our mother country." He then led the crowd in singing the anthem of the 1948 revolution. Mr. Orban's party came ahead of the right-wing nationalist Jobbik Party, which achieved second place with 26 seats, followed by a left-wing coalition which came in third with 20 seats. Former Prime Minister Ferenc Gyurcsány's Democratic Coalition Party and the Green Party politics can be different to the only two other parties which are expected to surpass the 5% of votes required for representation in the parliament. Orban fought his latest election on an anti-migration platform, and has claimed that the left-wing opposition parties are threatening the country's security and Christian faith by turning Hungary into an immigrant country, through forming deeper alliances with the European Union, the United Nations and George Soros. Anti-immigration sentiment has been echoed on Hungarian media, with a state-owned television news channel M1 highlighting the negative effects of immigration on the country in its Sunday programming. A previously independent news website, which is now owned by government allies, Origo.hu, also published articles slamming migration, with headlines including, "They can't stand it anymore in Sweden, they've had enough of migrants," and "A migrant in underpants beat a German retiree half to death." Opposition parties and leaders have consequently expressed their concern over the overwhelming majority won by Mr. Orban and his party, stating that a supermajority would allow Mr. Orban to push through damaging constitutional changes and to crack down further on civic rights. Jobbik Party leader Gábor Vona reacted during a press conference after the general election results. Orban waved to his supporters outside his party headquarters following the results. Commenting on the results, the socialist candidate Gergely Karakcsany said, "The result is not what we hoped for. But nevertheless, as the losers we must always congratulate the winners. But it is difficult to do that in Hungary. We are convinced that people believe that Hungary needs change. We accept the fact that today Hungarian voters have made a choice." The far-right leader of the Jobbik Party, Gábor Vona, also announced that he would resign following the defeat of his party. Gergely Gulyás, the parliament faction leader of Fidesz, however declared that Hungarian democracy is strong, and that the country will have a strong, legitimate parliament, due to increased voter turnout. Fidesz overall improved their results in this election compared to 4 years ago.